What's shaking, tubers? MIGMATIS Golf. I've just driven up to my golf course to get a little workout in. Got a good gym here. I'm pretty lucky. The reason I'm not playing golf today is it is blowing a hoolie. It's about I don't know, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Ball will just go sideways, so pointless getting out there, and it's kind of raining on and off. So, coming up to get a workout in, I thought it would be a good idea to share with you what I do to stay golf fit. So my philosophy is basically KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. The number one thing you could do to keep golf fit is to walk the course, my friends. I know that's not always possible here in the US. There's a bit of a myth out there in the US about walking courses, about how golf carts speed up play. Come on. It's revenue generation, people. Otherwise, they'd be doing it in Europe. I play a lot of golf all over the world. They don't do it. They don't do it in the UK, don't do it on mainland Europe, very rarely do it in South Africa. It ruins the game. It's revenue generation. Now, you could argue, depending on the course layout, and if each golfer had his own cart, that it speeds play up. But that's pretty much the only time when it does. There's two of you in a cart, you go to one guy's ball, the other guy's ball, cart path only rules. It's just a fallacy. It's just not true. So, my course, TPC Stonebrae, pretty hilly course, especially the back nine. I choose to walk it. It's a tough walk, but I view it as part of my golf fitness. So, between 4 and 6 mile walk, depending on how straight you hit the ball, and that carrying a bag, between 1,000 and 1,500 calories. So, not to mention a bit of muscle building there, a bit of strength training when you're going up the hills carrying that bag. So all good stuff. So that's number one. If you can walk the course, walk the course. I know when you stop doing it and you're used to using carts, it's very easy to get out of the habit of walking, and then you don't feel like it anymore. You might feel it's a bit more sociable riding in a cart with somebody, but really, I play a lot of golf walking and just walking off the tee, for the first couple of 100 yards before you separate to your balls. There's plenty of time to talk and all that. Doesn't make a difference. So that's number one. Number two is you don't need to get into all these fancy, ridiculous golf fitness routines. All of that is just designed to make it way more complicated than it is. Sure enough, there are certain things, a certain amount of core stability, lower body strength and flexibility you need in the golf swing. Unless you've had injuries or you're a particularly stiff individual, you should be able to make a reasonable golf swing. It's not that demanding. So part number two is just keep it simple in the gym. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go show you what I stick to, the basics. And it doesn't take long, half an hour to 45 minutes. I do that like 3 or 4 times a week. And that keeps me plenty golf strong and good for life in general. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's pump some iron. All right, here we go then. So kicking off with the mother of all exercises, the squat. Gotta have some squats in your routine. Great for your core and your lower body. I talk at the end of the video about what kind of weights you should be using, so make sure you play this all the way through to that to get that information. But basically, I'm doing 3 sets of all of these exercises, 8 to 10 reps. That's all you really need to do. Keep this under half an hour, max 45 minutes. You're in, you're out, and you're fit. The squat, it's a must. Got to have this in your routine. Okay, going to move on then to this exercise, which I call an explosive jump. You might call it white man can't jump. Please, no laughing. In all seriousness, all I'm doing here is training my muscles to fire quickly when my brain says go. Okay, so I'm trying to get the fast twitch muscles to fire quickly when I decide to. Very important in the golf swing that when you decide to go and add power, you can get those muscles to fire quickly. So a lot of the times I add some of these kind of exercises in. Moving on quickly then, this is another fantastic staple in my diet, the deadlift. Okay, anytime you can lift weight up off the floor or significant weight up the floor, it's a true test of strength, and this exercise pretty much works every single muscle in your body. Fantastic for the lower body, the back, the arms, the core, you name it, it does it. If you're reluctant to do this because you feel it might put strain on your back, by all means get yourself a weight belt to protect you slightly there. Okay, now we need to work the upper body, and the back is heavily involved in the golf swing, and for me there's only one exercise for the back, okay, the pull-up. If you can't do a pull-up, work your way up to a pull-up, but try and get to the point where you can do 8 to 10 pull-ups. And by all means vary the grip just to keep it interesting and target different parts of the back, but this is a fantastic strength exercise, and you get a good stretch while you're doing it as well. And then finally, here I believe you should always include like a pressing movement into your workout. So I use these dumbbells simply because I can just drop them if I want, but you could use barbell or bench press, whatever. But try and incorporate a pressing movement as well, because this will work the triceps, the chest, the shoulders, all of which are involved in the golf swing. And just, we're not lifting massive weights, so it's not going to make you too bulky, and it's not going to get in the way of you getting into those golf positions. As I said, once again, I normally follow it up with an explosive movement just to train the nervous system, the fast twitch muscles, to fire when I tell them to fire. So I'll do variations on the push-up, sometimes with my legs up, sometimes just regular ones, sometimes narrow kind of hands, sometimes wide apart hands. I just, I change it up, keep it interesting so it doesn't get boring. But that's it. That pretty much covers it, folks. Hey guys, I just finished, I almost finished editing this video and playing the introduction back in my truck there. I suddenly realized that it was a bit ambiguous and it wasn't really achieving what I was trying to say. So I just want to elaborate slightly so you don't get the wrong impression. I said I wanted to keep it simple and that you don't need to get into all these golf-specific exercise routines. I don't want to give you the impression that I don't believe in those, because I do. I think they have their place. And I'll probably make a video with my pro friend chart about those specific golf exercises. All I'm trying to point out is if you have a job and you don't get, you get a bit of time off and you want to go play and you have limited time, let alone to just work out for golf, then I think you should be doing what I was showing you, okay? Keeping it simple, using these tried and tested basic exercises to gain strength and flexibility and speed and all that. That's all I'm trying to get at. I do believe in golf-specific exercises. We'll make a video and we'll go through that in detail. The other thing I wanted to quickly talk about, because I don't think I mentioned it enough, was that you're trying to achieve 3 things in this workout. Okay, you're trying to achieve increased strength, increased speed, and hopefully increased flexibility. Okay, all 3 of those things are going to help you immensely in your golf swing. But you always need to choose a weight that's appropriate. And by that I mean, if you start at ground zero and you're trying to build up your strength because you find that you're weak in a certain area, your core or your lower body or something like that, then keep a log and keep increasing your weights, week after week, until you get to a point where you're happy and you don't feel like you're getting tired on the golf course and you feel you have enough strength in that area to make decent passes at the golf ball. So do that if you're building strength. If you're just trying to maintain, like I am at this point, then I just use appropriate weights that are, you know, not easy to lift. There's a bit of strain involved, but I can control them really easily. Okay, I'm not going to drop them, I'm not going to tear a muscle, I'm not going to hurt myself. I can do all of that stuff. So use appropriate weights. You'd be amazed how many benefits there are to using a weight that's right on the cusp of being difficult, but that you can control really nicely, because it gets all the little stabilizing muscles firing as well. All these little tiny muscles that will really help you out in your golf swing. Just piling on the weight and using brute force to move it is not what we're trying to do, okay? That's not using all the other little muscles. You might end up with like massive traps, pecs, or triceps. That's not really going to help you in the golf swing. Okay, we're not bodybuilders, okay? It's not aesthetics we're going for, okay? We're not going for these bulging muscles, okay? We're not trying to achieve that. That's a different sport altogether. So I think I've made my point. Hopefully that cleared that up. And hopefully you won't hold it against me, okay? So I'll see you again with another video soon. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Alright peeps, MIGMATIS Golf. Time to go to bed again. See ya.